Welcome everyone to another edition of Viewers Mode. Finally, it's been a couple of days. Welcome everyone to Smackdown here in Tucson, Arizona. Alright then, interesting. Anyway, so here we go, hit things off on Smackdown here. Kofi Kingston, he's in action and he's taking on this man, Drew McIntyre. As you see right here, McIntyre, the shortcut once again. It's like for almost every McIntyre match we have McIntyre do this, so it's not really a surprise anymore. Of course, McIntyre did this to JTG previously, 2 weeks ago. It was the quickest matchup in Viewers Mode history. Can this be the same case for Kofi and Future Shock onto the outside? Kofi's head bouncing off the concrete. McIntyre going to take control now, going to send Kofi back inside the ring. And now, well, Kofi is back up. So this matchup is immediately longer than it was for when McIntyre and JTG fought 2 weeks ago, or there. So it's immediately longer, so kudos to Kofi, I guess. And right now, of course, McIntyre, the current Intercontinental champion, Kofi Kingston, is going to take on the Intercontinental champion here tonight. As see there, Kofi taking him down. There's a non-title contest, of course, is at the Bash. McIntyre will defend the title against Dolph Ziggler. That claw change here tonight if Kofi could ultimately change up the dynamic and pin the Intercontinental champion in a non-title contest here. They're chopped right there by Kofi. Taking down McIntyre. Kofi looking to get back on the radar here in Viewers Mode when we simulated a whole year in Viewers Mode to kick things off, to start things off in the universe. Kofi was not showcased all that much. At least, I don't think so. Of course, he got a couple of Intercontinental opportunities here and there. Nothing really too major, though. So, here tonight, if he has to get a victory, then, you know, maybe a title shot at the Bash could be in his future in 2 weeks. Of course, the dynamic that definitely has changed. CM Punk, the number one contender for the World Heavyweight title and the former World Heavyweight champion himself, he got pinned by Matt Hardy last week. It was a non-title contest in the main event of Smackdown. Of course, it was one of those momentum matches to see if Punk could get more momentum heading into the Bash as he faces off against the Undertaker for the World title that Punk originally lost in the latest pay-per-view, which was Extreme Rules. But of course, Matt ultimately got, to be fair, an upset victory over Punk. And here tonight, they will actually meet in the main event once again. And it's actually going to be in a steel cage matchup in the main event. And now, the trick to this one is, if Matt could defeat Punk once again, then Matt will get a title opportunity. Which, if you ask me, is questionable on SmackDown management's part, because Matt pinned Punk last week. So now if Matt does it again, then he definitely will get a title opportunity. Which I feel like he should already get one, since he already done it once, but whatever. We shall see what happens there. Anyway, now McIntyre, here we go. Future Shock DET, it connects to Kofi Kingston once again. Can this actually be it here? This is longer than the matchup between McIntyre and JTG was a couple weeks back. And now Kofi fighting back. Kofi not going to be pinned. He's hurt though. That Future Shock definitely took him down. And now has him power slam, rebounding him off the Irish Whip. McIntyre now. A little desperation pinfall here, but this one could actually be it here for Kofi, and it is. It's a 3 count. And the Intercontinental champion picks up a victory here tonight to kick things off on Smackdown. McIntyre, impressive performance. Of course, got the upper hand early on in the matchup by attacking Kofi before the matchup. But hey. And now what's this? Ziggler confronted McIntyre. We had this last week. Just anything, it was Ziggler who got a victory against Shelton Benjamin last week. And McIntyre confronted Ziggler after the matchup. This week is vice versa. And of course, at the Bash, ladies and gentlemen, Ziggler would challenge McIntyre. Hopefully none of these dynamics change, because we still got one more episode of SmackDown to go before the Bash. Hopefully that just doesn't change. Because of course if McIntyre or Ziggler are in one-on-one action and then they lose to someone, then you know, it could change. But I highly doubt we're going to make that many last second changes before the Bash. Because at this point we could actually have Matt Hardy in the triple threat. Well, make it a triple threat at the Bash if he defeats CM Punk here tonight in that steel cage matchup. Taker has not showed up ever since winning the World title, so Taker, you know, the World Heavyweight Champion of SmackDown hasn't really been showing up all that much. But we shall see what happens. Hopefully. Taker actually did make a brief appearance last week on SmackDown during the main event between Matt Hardy and Undertaker. Matt Hardy and CM Punk. But the lights randomly went out. We know it was the doing of the Undertaker. Lights randomly went out. Then bam, both Punk and Matt were knocked out in the middle of the ring. And then the matchup just really continued. So a little statement made by Undertaker. Not really too much of a major one, but he is telling us that he's here. Will he make an appearance once again here tonight? Hopefully it's a more important one, not too sure about it though. Anyway, The Miz here making an appearance here tonight on SmackDown. One half of the Unified Tag Team Champions. And Nation, he is going to take on, well, one half of the challengers for the Unified Tag Team Champions. Did I say European at first? I'm assuming I said Unified. I'm not too sure though. But he's gonna take on Dave Hart Smith, basically. On Raw previously, we did have Tyson Kidd pick up a big pinfall victory over Chris Jericho. Of course, Jericho ran towards Tyson Kidd. Kidd caught him out of nowhere with a victory roll, and Kidd actually got the victory over Chris Jericho. It was probably one of the most biggest upsets in Urans mode so far. So Tyson Kidd has gotten the better of Chris Jericho. So now David Hart Smith, he currently has a record of 3-3, so he's doing pretty well, 50-50. While The Miz, ladies and gentlemen, The Miz has had one of the most matches in Urans mode history. He is currently 9-3. And the McIntyre won. McIntyre is now 8-3 off that victory. Kofi now goes down to 3-4. So yes, we're starting to do the Urans mode records now. So Miz actually has a whole lot of matches under his belt. He has 12. I believe there's maybe one or two other people that have 12. And I believe that's probably maybe Jericho as well. Not too sure about that. And maybe one other person here in Urans mode that at least have close to as much matches as Miz. But I believe Miz has the most matches here in Urans mode. I could be mistaken though. Gonna have to check back on that. And we're now going to kick things off here. A preview of the match like it was on Raw between Tyson Kidd and Chris Jericho here. And now David Hart Smith taking down the clothesline. Can David Hart Smith be as successful as his tag team partner was on Raw? Of course, Tyson Kidd, the victory over Chris Jericho. Can David Hart Smith pull one off here against The Miz? I guess it will also be an upset here. Hart Dynasty could be the underdogs, heading into the bash. Well, they are, to be fair, but, the underdogs could get some well-needed momentum before the bash. Ultimately, in their tag match, I see their Bulldog right there by David Hart Smith. Taking down The Miz here. Miz is hurting. But Miz, yeah, he's been doing pretty good. 9-3, of course. That's not too bad. 12 matches under his belt. Could be 10-3, or could ultimately be 9-4. And now Miz has David Hart Smith up with a suplex. And now going to bash the back of his head onto the mat, looking to wear him down here in this matchup. Up next will be a Divas contest, as women's champion Beth Phoenix will take on Alicia Fox in non-title action. Alicia Fox has been doing well as of recent weeks, I guess. Of course, in that whole 6-Diva tag, she pinned Mickie James to make the Fatal 4-Way #1 contenders for the Women's Championship matchup happened, in which ultimately she was the first one eliminated, sadly, but when she pinned Mickie James in that 6-Diva tag, at least she took Mickie out of the equation, which made her not be in that Fatal 4-Way Battle Royal. Ultimately, of course, Maurice won that one, and then previously in the latest episode of Superstars, we had Alicia Fox defeat Mickie James in impressive fashion to kick things off on Superstars, so it's actually a pretty quick matchup, and Alicia got the one-up on Mickie James once again. And can she keep that momentum going, as she didn't do too well in the Battle Royal, but in the Diva tag before that, and in the 1-on-1 matchup against Mickie James and Superstars, she did pretty well for herself. Tonight she's going to get perhaps her most difficult challenge in the Women's Champion Beth Phoenix up next after this one. And we're now continuing on in this matchup here. Miz, nice strike right there, gets a kick to connect. And now, what the hell? Well, that worked out well, I guess. And now David Hart Smith, he's dazed. Miz has him now. And neckbreaker. We've seen that one so many times by the Miz here in Urans mode. And we always know what that's followed by the skull crush finale. And Miz, he's looking for it. And Miz, he has him. The skull crushing finale. David Hart Smith is not knocked out. I was about to say he is, but no. He's still fighting here. Miz just going to stay on David Hart Smith here. Not going to give him a chance to breathe here, which is smart by Miz, obviously. Because David Hart Smith just got up from the Miz's best maneuver. And now Miz, I guess this could actually slow down David Hart Smith here. But it's rope break here. David Hart Smith has his hands on rope. Miz has to count of 5 here. Needs to be careful here. He's on the count of 4, I believe. And he's going to let go. And now, the ref. I guess the ref doesn't see the rope break. I mean, not the rope break, but the feet on the rope by the Miz. And David Hart Smith was able to kick out. To be fair, if you ask me, I'm pretty sure the ref kind of saw it right there. Unless the ref is that damn blind. But there, David Hart Smith's still in this fight. So I guess it doesn't really matter all too much now. So David Hart Smith could pull up an upset victory here. But he needs to get more string. He needs to get a string of maneuvers going here. Because right now he's not looking too well. In the first maybe couple seconds of the matchup, it looked pretty good for him. But now, it's gone back to the Miz's momentum here. That call change. And never mind. It's going to go back to being the same. No press followed by mounted punches right there. One half of the Unified Tag Team Champions, The Miz, part of Miz here. And I bring David Hart Smith into the middle of the ring, just gonna pin him off of that. Those punches right to the face probably has David Hart Smith dazed. And yep, that's it. The Miz will victory here tonight on Smackdown. Derek Smith not able to just emulate the success of his fellow Titan partner Tyson Kidd, as Tyson Kidd with the upset victory over Chris Jericho in the latest episode of Raw. Derek Smith not able to do the same here tonight against The Miz. So Miz, he's going to increase to a 10-3 record. Derek Smith will now decrease to a 3-4 record. So Miz, he's doing pretty well for himself. I believe he's probably the best record here in Universe Mode, and I believe also has the most matches here in Universe Mode. So Miz doing pretty well for himself here. One half of Unified Tag Champions, The Miz. Can this be the outcome at the Bash? Will Jerry Miz retain the tag titles, or will the Hart Dynasty beat the Underdogs, pull off the underdog story, and get a victory? We shall see anyway now. As before we get on to the Divas contest between Alicia Fox and Beth Phoenix, we're going to take a recap here to what happened in the latest episode of Superstars, as Alicia Fox did get a 1-up over Mickie James once again, and in impressive fashion. This recap will basically be like last few seconds of the matchup, majority of the matchup, so here we go. The veteran Mickie James. And now taking her down to the outside goes Mickie. What a strike right there by Alicia Fox. Vicious strike, and Mickie, she's surprised here at what the rookie is bringing. And now, gonna wear down the arm right there. Mickie James definitely has to stay on her, because I believe Alicia Fox definitely has a speed advantage. And here we go, the scissor kick, and Alicia Fox nails it. And now, is she gonna deliver her the maneuver that did it in that tag team matchup? There we go, tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Mickie James, oh so familiar with that move now. And now, Alicia Fox with a pin here, the upset. For a second time in a row, Alicia Fox has pinned Mickie James. Wow. Impressive performance by Alicia Fox here tonight. Great performance by her in that tag match 2 weeks ago. Battle Royal 1, lackluster. But here, tonight on Superstars, quick matchup. So yeah, there you have it. That was basically majority of the matchup right there. But anyway, here's the Bash. So far, the Smackdown side of things here. The Intercontinental, the Women's title, and the World Heavyweight title. We already know what matchups could happen. Some of these could actually change, such as the Punk and Taker one if Matt Hardy is to get another victory over CM Punk here tonight. Unless if management has another idea if Matt is to win here tonight against Punk, and if they're not going to give Hardy the title shot at the Bash, or maybe after the Bash, or maybe, who knows, maybe in the go-home show, which could definitely change things up as well. Anyway, now, Alicia Fox doing pretty well for herself. Got a big victory over Mickie James, as we just saw in Superstars. That whole recap right there was basically like more than half of the matchup. It was a pretty quick matchup to kick things off on Superstars. The veteran Mickie James not doing too well here in Universe Mode so far. And Alicia Fox has been able to get the better of her. So Alicia Fox heads into here with a 3-2 record. Those two victories, one being in the tag matchup, and the other one being in that Superstars matchup. One of those losses being in Battle Royal I believe 2 weeks ago. And Beth Phoenix here, the women's champion. She hasn't really had all much matches here in this match. She is only 2-1. One of those matchups, one of those wins, I should say, actually came from defeating Michelle McCool for the women's title. And of course, that happened, I believe, maybe 5 or 6 weeks ago on Superstars. So Superstars, you know, they've had a couple good matches on Superstars. The Intercontinental matchup, of course, which made McIntyre win the Intercontinental. And I believe after that, or maybe before that, Beth Phoenix win the women's title. So Superstars, you know, putting up good matches for both ECW Raw and Smackdown. And that's going to kick things off here in this Divas matchup. Who's going to get the upper hand to kick things off here? Both of them run into each other. Both of them think the same thing. Maybe a shoulder block, shoulder tackle, shoulder charge, where you want to say. And now Alicia Fox with the arm drag right there. And now she's going to get the first shot in this matchup. And now stare down right there. Very intense. And now Beth has the arm here. Taking her down with an arm drag of her own. I guess what you can do, I can do better, basically. And now, double X handle shortly after bashing Alicia's head. The back of her head onto the mat. Off the ropes goes Alicia Fox here. Ducks underneath. Has her. And backbreaker. Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. That's actually what, of course, what made Alicia Fox get the win over Mickie James on Superstars. So there you go. Who does it better, though, Beth Phoenix or Alicia Fox? Kind of difficult. Beth does have the power advantage, but, you know, it is Alicia's finisher, so. And when now Fox will shoulder charge right there. Probably what she was going to plan on going for earlier on in the matchup. But of course, both her and Beth collided to kick things off. And now they'll go behind here. And now has her right there, taking her down. So now Alicia Fox here. Can she get another victory here tonight? And what big one it'll be for her over Beth Phoenix. This is basically like a second chance here. Because the 6-diva tag, you know, whoever you pinned or submitted, as long as it wasn't Beth Phoenix, they'll be out of the matchup to crown the number 1 contender. So if Beth was pinned or submitted, then all the 5 other women will actually be competed in the matchup. But whoever was pinned or submitted that wasn't Beth, you know, will be left out. Which in this case it was Alicia Fox who pinned Mickie James. And then shortly after, and the number 1 contenders failed for a battle royal. Of course, Alicia Fox first one eliminated, followed by Michelle McCool, and then at first it looked like KK was going to win, but of course Maurice ultimately ended up winning the battle royal, which is why at the bash we have Beth taking on Maurice. And now it's going to be a second chance opportunity here for Alicia Fox after she did so poorly in the battle royal. But besides the battle royal, she's been doing pretty well for herself, you know, on Smackdown and Superstars. So right now, a couple of nice strikes right there, multiple here. The vicious streak of Alicia Fox is showing here, and Beth gonna answer back here. I don't think Beth is too happy after that one. Multiple strikes that were able to connect, but Beth, she's not too happy. And now the tilt-a-whirl backbreaker once again. There we go. Beth, I guess, trying to one-up Alicia Fox here. Trying to tell her what you can do, I could do better in the tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. And when now Alicia Fox raking the eyes, it is legal. Referee doesn't condone it, but, you know, not necessarily going to be a disqualification. And I'll show you charge once again. And now Fox looking to wear down Beth here. Can perhaps use, well, at least I will assume majority of the 5 count. I believe this is now a 3 count Beth. Never mind, she's going to get out of it anyway. Alicia Fox was hoping to maybe stay there for like an extra second or so. Wasn't able to fully do it, and sidewalk right there. Wait, sidewalk? If anything, sidewalk backbreaker. You guys know what I meant. And right now, Fox, nice strike. Has the arm, don't forget the main event is up next. Steel cage between CM Punk and Matt Hardy. As now Fox, once again, looking to wear down Beth here. Beth, so far, not looking too well here, but she can get out of it once again. Able to fight out of it once again. This time not going to launch Alicia Fox over herself. Instead just going to get a couple of connections right to the face. And now here we go, back to suplex by Alicia Fox. Looking to defeat the women's champion here tonight. Well, a major upset it will be here tonight on Smackdown in Arizona. And now Fox here has her by the hair. And just going to wrench her in for a short period of time. The ref didn't start the 5 count there, or at least I don't think so. Very effective by Fox, and now staring Beth down. Fox feeling pretty confident here. She has the women's champion where she wants her, as another back suplex is able to connect. So Alicia Fox doing pretty well for herself here in this matchup here. And now Beth trying to fight back here. Then send Fox off the ropes. Has her in another tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Third one, I believe, by Beth Phoenix in this matchup. And now, gonna turn her around here. What's she looking for? Just gonna manhandle her down to a mat. Amateur wrestling takedown, nicely done on the part of the women's champion. The current women's champion of SmackDown. So the bash is looking like a pretty good card here. The only matchups that have not been announced, I believe, have just been the United States Championship matchups. So hopefully on Raw we get an answer to that. We shall see. And when now Fox chop to the chest here. Second one to connect. The third one also connects as well. And there goes Beth Phoenix. And now right onto the mat. Face first into the mat, I should say. And now Beth Phoenix. Well, she's mad. She's mad shoulder charge. Sending Alicia Fox more than halfway across the ring, I believe. And now Beth Phoenix, she's mad. She hasn't been doing too well here against Alicia Fox. So Fox hauled off momentum here. And she's been doing pretty well for herself here. And Beth, she's getting frustrated. She knows that she could have ended this matchup early. But she is getting super frustrated here. I see right there. Nice connection right there. Almost like a belly-to-belly. Not fully a belly-to-belly suplex, but at least, I don't know. Where? Anyway, now Beth. We got a strike Alicia Fox. One mistake she is doing throughout this matchup. It hasn't really gotten her just yet, but now it could have, as Beth taking her down As Alicia Fox, after Beth has gone up, she's just staring at her. Oddly enough, it's like an intense stare down between these two. On multiple occasions, Fox is feeling that damn confident, but sometimes confidence is not going to win you a matchup, and in this case, Beth is going back to having the upper hand here in the matchup off that shoulder charge, and now the elbow shortly after. And now once again, and Beth Phoenix, she's just had about enough. Heading to the bash, heading to her woman's title defense as a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker connects once again on the part of the women's champion. And now Fox gonna rake the eyes right there. Dirty tactic, but it's gonna work out to her favor either way. Whatever it takes to win for Alicia Fox here tonight to get victory over the women's champion, her most important victory here in non-viewers mode so far, it would definitely be. But now here's the thing, can she capitalize here? Can she end off this matchup here with the victory? Because Beth has had a couple good moments herself. The majority of this matchup, I would like to say it's been Alicia Fox. And now this one could actually be it here. The major upset here tonight on Smackdown. This could be it. It's a 2 count. And no! Beth is still alive, kicking out just before Duran gets a shot to connect right to the chest. Like a side up X handle of some sorts. And now Fox, she's dazed off of that one. But Fox gonna duck underneath. Get out of the way of the other one. And now has her here, knee right to the face. Triple H style right there. Gets a kick to connect. Beth is still on her feet. She's dazed, but she's still on her feet. And now trying to get back into this matchup here. Has her from go behind. What's this? A full Nelson submission maneuver here. Onto Alicia Fox. Fox, she's struggling. She's panicking. And Beth just wrenching back and forth. And there we go, Fox. She's tapped out. Let's see right there towards the end. Beth just got pissed off. Beth, she knows that she could end this matchup quicker. She knows like maybe 2, 3, maybe 4 minutes into this matchup, Beth could have ended it. But ultimately, Alicia Fox just kept her down on multiple occasions. Ultimately, Beth definitely got frustrated here. Not a good showing heading into a bash. Well, we still got another week of Smackdown to go. And if Beth is going to be in action again, hopefully she'll have a better performance compared to her tonight. Ultimately, she just got pissed off, had a more vicious streak towards the end with those strikes, and with that full Nelson submission maneuver. And Alicia Fox ultimately had to tap out. Great performance by her once again. And then now, as we move on to your main event here tonight, steel cage matchup to end things off here tonight on Smackdown. And here comes, well, the one contender for the World Title, so far at least, it's CM Punk. Punk, of course, former Intercontinental and World Champion. He held both titles at the same time to start things off here in Euros mode after we simulated the whole year. And then Punk ultimately lost the Intercontinental and Triple Threat on Superstars to McIntyre, which ultimately led to McIntyre and Segler rivalry we have heading into the bash once again. And of course Punk layered in losing the world title. So Punk loses the Intercontinental in the last episode of Superstars before Extreme Rules, I believe, or at least second to last. And then losing the world title to the Undertaker at Extreme Rules in an Extreme Rules matchup. So now looking to win back a title. Punk still has his rematch clause for the world title at least. But in order to, well, at least not look so bad heading into his title matchup against Taker at the bash, he has to, well, defeat this man, Matt Hardy. Last week, it was seen as a momentum matchup. It was seen as a matchup that Punk could win. It was seen as a matchup just to entertain the crowd, to end things off right on SmackDown, and just give Punk the momentum to head into the bash. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, it's changed up a bit, because Matt, just shocking everyone, the veteran has proved that he still could go in that ring, and he's gotten the victory over CM Punk last week. Management has said if Matt could win this matchup here tonight, then he's going to get a title opportunity for a world title. Whether if it's at the bash or whether if it's after the bash, we shall see. But if Matt wins this one again, then he gets a title shot for a world title. And if Punk wins, then ultimately Matt, at least he has to be taken into consideration at the very least. But whether or not he's actually going to get a title shot if he loses to Punk here tonight, I have no idea. But can Matt Hardy do it again? If he does do it again, then he's definitely going to get a title opportunity in the near future. As now, in the steel cage matchup, I guess it was already made to once again have a good main event here. These two men could definitely go. Matt Hardy and CM Punk Bulldog on the side of Matt Hardy. And now Hardy here. Non-stop offense here onto the former world champion. As both men just completely fucking up there. Anyway now, Matt gets an elbow to connect to the back of the head. And now Matt gets a clothesline, and Punk gonna reverse it, sending Matt into the steel cage door. Of course, both Punk and Matt definitely gonna use their environment here in the steel cage matchup. That cage could obviously be used as a weapon. This is pinfall, submission, and escape the cage. We all know Punk definitely wants to escape out here early. Well, yes, we still got one more week of SmackDown to go before the Bash. And whether or not if Punk is going to be showcased on Superstars, I have no idea. So Punk definitely wants to conserve energy at least just before the Bash. And we all know he's definitely going to be booked next week on SmackDown. I will at least assume. And now into the corner goes Punk. Matt going to take a sweet time here. Matt got the victory over Punk. He got victory over Punk last week. Can he do it again here tonight in this steel cage matchup? We all know the World Champion, the Undertaker, looking on, because obviously Punk going to challenge for a title at the Bash. Who knows? Maybe even Punk could be replaced by Matt Hardy. At this point, the Bash, the dynamics heading into the Bash could be Taker World Champion, but against Hardy, or against both Punk and Hardy. Or if Hardy gets a title opportunity, let's say if Hardy defeats Punk here tonight, and he gets a title opportunity next week against Taker, then yeah, we got a whole lot of triple threat factors in which it could either be World Heavyweight Champion Undertaker or World Heavyweight Champion Matt Hardy, and in which where Hardy could not be in the equation at all, or even the straight edge savior CM Punk could not be in the equation at all as well. And anyway, now Matt gonna be the first one to try to escape to victory in the steel cage matchup. Very gingerly getting up there, and Punk is going to be able to take him down immediately. And now Punk, well, these two men going to go back and forth here. Punk now, can he get there in time? He's not going to be able to. Matt just in time right there, and now he's going to bring Punk back down as well. And now Matt, he's thinking about it here. Matt not ready to short Punk. He is hurt. Maybe Matt could have actually escaped that. I have no idea, but Matt, he's going to decide against it. Not sure how wise that was to actually turn his back on Punk. Matt knows this, but anyway, now Punk can take advantage. Not really. Matt, it will stop in his tracks. And now CM Punk gets a kick to connect after the slap. And now going to send Matt Hardy into the corner chest first. Matt Hardy is down. Punk going to take advantage of that. Just going to stare down Matt. And now just going to place the foot onto the face of Matt Hardy. Nothing pretty about that, but definitely effective. Ladies and gentlemen, CM Punk's record heading into this matchup, he is 5-6. While Matt Hardy heading into this matchup, he is 2-2. So here tonight, Punk could end up being 6-6. Yeah, he could end up being 6-6, or Matt could end up being 3-2. So interesting dynamics heading into here, which is definitely what's making SmackDown so interesting here. Because at this point, we could have some, world title changes. We could have some new dynamics, some new people entering into the world title matchups, such as Matt Hardy. We could have Punk maybe not be there. We could have maybe Matt not be there, but get a future title opportunity either way. So we got a whole lot of interesting stuff here happening in SmackDown, and it all is going to ultimately just be decided here by this one single steel cage matchup. So this is definitely something to look out for, as now Punk has the arm here. What's he looking for? Just going to wear him down, to slap right to the back of the head of Matt. I don't think Matt's too happy about that, but Punk can stay on him. But Matt, nope, never mind, taking advantage off the clothesline. And now Punk, dazed after that one. Matt Hardy now discus forearm, I guess. That probably could have been a punch. I believe it was a forearm, though. And Punk, he's back up. He's going to spring back up. He does not want Matt to escape. He knows that if he stood down for a couple more seconds, Matt could definitely escape right there. And Matt, he's actually more hurt here. And Punk going to take his time. Not sure how wise this is here. And Matt gets there just in time. I believe one more step that could have actually done it for Matt Hardy. And CM Punk will ultimately end up getting the victory. And now here we go, Matt, the side effect. Out of nowhere. The side effect. And now Matt Hardy here. We saw this last week. The twist of fate. The maneuver that made Matt Hardy defeat CM Punk last week in the one-on-one matchup to make us get here tonight. Matt Hardy, the twist of fate. Will it overcome CM Punk once again? Last week it did. Last week it gave Matt the victory. This week it probably is. Punk is still down. And Matt, he's almost there. He's on the top. Punk is not going to make it in time. And there we go. Matt Hardy, he's won the matchup. All he needs to do is drop down. At least Matt Hardy, he has. Matt Hardy has done it. Matt Hardy has one-upped the straight edge savior, CM Punk, once again here tonight. What a way to end off SmackDown. Matt Hardy celebrating his victory. He got sent into the cage door early on in the matchup, faced first, and of course he took a whole lot of falls off of that cage ultimately by the hands of Punk. Punk also got a fair amount of damage in the matchup as well. The cage did not come into factor all that much, but for the tiny amount of times it did, it was effective at Punk. He is hurt. He's most likely pissed off here that he's lost to Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy has proved that he could go once again here tonight. Last week, the victory over Punk with the side effect. Not the side effect, I'm lying, the twist of fate. And once again, the twist of fate is going to overcome CM Punk. What would this mean for Matt Hardy in the next couple of weeks? I have no idea. And now Punk here, he's asking for a mic. What can this be? You see this right here, this was highway robbery. So after a matchup last week that I completely got screwed over by the referee who made a completely fast count. He was definitely on Matt Hardy's side last week. And then this week, I have to compete in a steel cage just weeks before I face off against The Undertaker for my World Heavyweight title. Well, yes, Taker has the title. That title still belongs to me, your straight-edge savior of Smackdown. I am here to save this universe. I am here to save the Smackdown brand. And I can't be doing that when week in and week out I have to compete against a mediocre superstar like Matt Hardy. Last week, Matt got lucky. This week, Matt once again got lucky. I wasn't even 100% heading into this matchup. So Matt, I'm hoping you're happy. You got lucky here tonight. And as for you, Undertaker, why don't you show up? You think just attacking both me and Matt last week will send anything of a statement towards me? I'm not scared of you, dead man, and at the bash, I will prove it once I win back the World Heavyweight Championship that I never lost at Extreme Rules. You hear me, Taker? Well, Punk obviously not too happy about the loss, then what the hell? Punk, turn around. Punk, just looking at the crowd, and I think he's fighting those. The Undertaker appearing out of nowhere. Taker, he has Punk. The choke slam through the ring, and fire coming through it. Taker has condemned CM Punk to hell. What would this mean once things come to the bash in 2 weeks?